Let's get right to Fox News' Charlie Langton. He joins us live. And Charlie, a drastically different outcome this time around.
Absolutely, totally different. Well, listen, the government now had two less defendants that they had to concentrate on than they had in the April trial. You remember back then, back in April, the jury could not agree on the guilt or innocence of these two men. But they had no hesitation this time. Take a look.
The verdict confirms that this plot was very serious, very dangerous.
A major victory in federal court for the government on charges of a plot to kidnap Governor Gretchen Whitmer.
No governor, no public official should have to contend with what Governor Whitmer contended with here. All of our elected officials, everyone, deserves to be able to live in safety and not in fear.
So let's break down the guilty verdicts. Adam Fox, living in a basement of a vacuum repair store, and Barry Croft Jr., a truck driver from Delaware, convicted of conspiracy to kidnap the governor and conspiracy to possess weapons of mass destruction. Both face up to life in prison. Croft also convicted of an additional weapons charge.
Violence is never the answer. And the FBI, consistent with its mission to protect all Americans, will continue to investigate anyone who seeks violence in furtherance of ideology.
Despite getting a mistrial in April, the jury here gave no indication during the 8 hours of deliberation over 2 days as to how they were going to rule.
You know, the jury was very difficult to read throughout the entire process. They kept their game faces on, so, you know, here we are.
Yet there were problems with one juror who allegedly told his co-workers that his mind was already made up. The federal judge dealt with that in chambers without any of the attorneys present, something the defense attorneys didn't like.
The judge invite a motion related to the juror issue that's outstanding, and so that's probably the next thing you'll see.
All right, expect appeals, expect all kinds of other issues with the lawyers there going forward. But the governor had this to say, quote, "Today's verdict proves that violence and threats have no place in our politics, and those who seek to divide us will be held accountable," end quote. Now, fitting that this actually happened, the guilty verdict, on the governor's birthday. But again, there likely will be an appeal. The sentencing date has not yet been set. Roop?
Yeah, Charlie, so the prosecution, from what we heard you say yesterday, really tried to frame these suspects in a dubious light, even comparing some of their actions to the character of Timothy McVeigh, the Oklahoma City bomber, but that didn't take with the jury.
Well, see, the government in this time, again, they had a little bit less to concentrate on, these two defendants. But listen, you had to show that there were what they call overt acts. What does that mean? That they had the means in which to kidnap the governor. Not that they had to, but they had the means to do it. I mean, they went to the governor's house twice. They used special nighttime goggles. They actually purchased explosives, or wanted to. They drew maps. That's enough, according to this jury, to get the convictions. Remember, these are life felonies, up to life felonies. But I think there'll be an appeal. Probably will have something to do with the jury makeup. The jury that said, I already prejudged the case. One jury apparently smoked pot with one of the defendants. That juror was allowed to sit. And another juror said, I hate guns. But that juror also was allowed to sit. Now, whether or not this will add up to a new trial, we will see. But the defendants are not going to take this lightly. They're going to appeal. But a big win, politically and legally, certainly for the governor.